Hey everyone, welcome back. This week working on Evergreen was a bit of a blend. Part systems, part visuals, but mostly about expanding the game so it's not just one room pretending to be a world. Quick side note before we get into it. If the audio sounds better this week, that's been a journey in itself. Week 1 was recorded on an absolutely brutal Hoco lav mic. And last week I upgraded to a Rode NT USB Plus, which is great, except I managed to record the entire voiceover speaking into the back of the microphone. So if this week sounds normal, I think we finally got it dialed in. Touch wood. With that out of the way, onto the actual work. The big thing is that the world now actually extends. You can move from one scene to another, which doesn't sound like much, but structurally it's massive. Right now, the transitions are just hard cuts, no fades or anything fancy, purely to get the foundations in place. Visually, I spent a lot of time upgrading the overworld. Proper edge cases, paths that connect cleanly, more consistent surfaces. It's not the first time the game has looked like a game, but it's definitely a more polished version of that moment. Like, okay, yeah, this is starting to feel real now. I also added choppable trees this week. They're very simple at the moment, no swing animations, cooldowns, and you can basically just spam the interact key, but the interaction feels good. There's a bit of jitter from the tweens, sound effects when you pick things up, just feels more alive than when I did the chests last week. Under the hood, I had to make the player persistent across scenes. This wasn't optional, the whole game was breaking when the player was being destroyed and respawned in a new scene, so I just ripped the plaster off and refactored it properly. That broke a lot of things. The UI stopped working, physics got weird during transitions, but getting all of that fixed was honestly such a relief. It's one of those changes where everything hurts for a bit and then suddenly the game is in just a much better place. There are still some big bugs open. Scenes are resetting when you leave and re-enter. The crops are following the player between scenes. I understand why these are happening now. It's just going to take a bit of refactoring and a bit of time to really sort those out. I also polished up the UI a little bit. It's still very temporary, but adding some icons and cleaning it up makes the game feel more enjoyable to play already. It's not final, it's just a better placeholder for the time being until the systems properly come together. Overall, this week felt like real progress. The game is still very early and it's a bit messy, but it's definitely moving in the right direction. The structure is there now, I'm adding a little bit of polish, and to be honest, that's the hard part. On to next week. If you want to follow along with this journey, hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next devlog. Thank you for watching.